Alright boys, welcome back. Today we are doing another market watch. Welcome to the greatest, the baddest, the wonderful, the most anticipated video on our channel to date, the market watch. So what is a market watch? Let me quickly explain what a market watch is. Today, we go over hours and hours and hours of trades, and then we evaluate the commonalities between each trade for each weapon to analyze and see, to try to predict where that value of that item is in the trading market. So, how does it work? Well, we screenshot a bunch of trades from anywhere from 20 hours ago to 4 hours to 8 hours to 6 hours. And we spend hours and hours and hours of doing this and figuring out the best, most accurate trades for the items based on how accurately they are presented in the market. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be like, wow, there's a trident. Somebody's offering trident for the eye. Yeah, I'm going to ignore those because obviously that is not the case. So, let's go over and see what last week's predictions were of the market. So let's go and see here. Candy cane was 2 eyes plus an ad. Generally, I think it's probably around that right now. Some people want to try to get squeeze 3 unobtainables out of it. Also possible, but I don't know if you're gonna get 3 eyes for it. But yeah, probably maybe 2 eyes in an ad, or maybe just 2 eyes. That's what my prediction is. But yeah, continuing on here. Flowers being about J-Fit backpack or Q-Fit in 2 unobtainables. That's something I could see it being. Again, people really trying hard to get Mochi. Mochi's still not very common in the trade market, but we will see what the value of that is going for today. Now we have P-Bag. P-Bag being some people are trying to trade their P-Bag for the eye. I don't think that's going to happen. I think P-Bag's still a little undervalued for that, especially because new accounts, the game is free, people can make new accounts. So the value of P-Bag, I think, is actually dropping a little bit, but we'll see. So continuing on here, we got PCC. So PCC is a very interesting one. We found a few trades for this, 2 candy canes for it. I think that's generally what you're going to see for it. I don't know if 1 candy cane and eye is exactly worth it. I think maybe you'll need to add a little bit more, but we'll see if we find any of those trades. Santa hat being these unobtainables. Santa hat being soul cane. I think that's an interesting one. I think that's actually a good trade for the soul cane user, but if you've seen my other trade video that I recently just posted, we got a lot of wins with the soul cane, so we'll see if we can analyze that one. The soul cane is going to be very, very hyped this market watch. So both cores going for Goro. I think it's actually a little bit higher because a lot of people are having hard times trading for Goro, trading the 2 cores for Goro because we don't have a good dungeon right now to grind. So what are people doing? They are ship farming. So that's what they're trying to do right now. Tall hat being around Hiei, yeah, that makes sense. Old elf hat being really expensive, like Magu plus ads generally. So stay tuned for that. Star shades being around. Some people trying to get Hiei, some people trying to get Mera. This one's a little bit weird. Sometimes you can find people who don't know the price of it. So I'd say roughly around Goro. We'll see if that's accurate. Trident being both cores. I think both cores are more than Trident right now. Trident being around Goro. Bell's still maintaining its position around Tori ads. We'll see if that changes this week. I don't think it will because Bell's has actually retained its value for the past like 6 weeks if you've watched our past trading update videos. Elo being all fruits is still true. Elo for Soul Cane. Now, it is important to note that Soul Cane is actually worth more than Elo. It's like Elo ads, and it can be Elo big ads, Elo small ads. It's very volatile. However, if the current event stays as it is, and it does not leave, Soul Cane will drop lower than Elo. That's a fact. So people trying to get Elo for Mochi, that's not going to happen. You're not going to see that happening, I don't believe. J-Fit for eye, you see that a lot. You see J-Fit, everybody with J-Fit's trying to get the eye for it. I think that's probably a fair-ish trade. Maybe a lot. I would say it's a loss on the eyes part, but the market would disagree with me. Now, Wings is roughly around Magu and Pika right now. Some people are trying to get Mera for it, but realistically, there's been a lot more Pikas than and Magus than Maras. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. Cupid Battle Axe and Wand, I'm going to say right now, is worth nothing, dude. It's worth like Hiei, maybe Goro, I don't know. Now, Scythe's an interesting one. Scythe's holding a lot of value, but it's dropping a little bit. Like the last week, well, ever since the market watch, it has been dropping to like Pika ads, not Tori ads. So maybe even at Magu ads, we'll see if that's the case in this video. Jester Box was the money item last week. People were trying, or no, not Jester Box, sorry. Jester Box being around book. I was thinking about journal for a second. Being around the books like Goro, that's what I figured out-ish. Some people trying to get more, some people trying to get less. Jester Hat was around Mara. Lancer was, again, roughly around Mara Magu-ish. Some people were trying to get Pika for it. I don't know if anybody traded for it. Again, Hollow Fangs, pretty cemented at Mara ads or Magu. Ballhead being around Tori Pika, Tori ads, that's pretty normal. Anniversary Hat is worth nothing, dude. Don't believe, like, this is the one thing that we found, and like I said in my last video, this is highly overrated. I think it's around Hiei. Festival Shield being around Mara, Magu-ish. Elo Egg is something that's important to pay attention to. People are still trying to get QFit ads for it, even though QFit has risen up in price. So we'll see if that is the case. Flamingo Boat being around Tori makes sense. I don't think these two are accurate at all. Maybe you can get this because this might be dropping, but yeah. So the fruit journal. This is what I was talking about. Super volatile item. I'm interested to see where this is placed for the future. I think this is something that people low key can get a lot of value out of, trying to trade it to get like for a Suna, then offloading it for an Ito or a Mara. Maybe that's a place where you guys can fiddle around and get some profit out of it. We'll see for that. Now, All Seeing Eye, lots and lots of trades. Generally, what I've been seeing is JFit ads, JFit plus another unobtainable. I think that's probably where it is. It might be a little bit higher, but I've seen some people trying to undervalue it, which I don't understand because, again, it's $200 USD. You guys should not be undervaluing this item. Come on, guys. Now, Moria's Scissors was worth like nothing. You could, but kind of still all over the place. I would say roughly around Goro. So Shusui was roughly around Mara last time I checked, but it could be lower, it could be higher. Some people were offering for Ito, but I don't think they're getting those. So I would say probably like Goro-ish, maybe a little bit higher. Gauntlets being around Yomi makes sense. Brooks Violin has definitely gone up. I'm interested to see where that is. Soul Cane being very, very interesting. Soul Cane is not worth QFit, or at least the last few days it has not been worth QFit, but people are really trying to get QFit for it. So don't fall for that. It is lower than QFit in value. Don't fall for it. Now, next, Bat Swarm, barely found anything. Ryuma's Scarf. Ryuma's Scarf's actually going for a little bit more than Hiei from what I found. And Soul King Scarf, holy moly, people are trading this thing for so many things right now. People are getting like four unobtainables. Is really, really crazy. I'm interested to see where that is. Soul King glasses, don't really see too many of those on the market. Don't really know. Morio's outfit, Soul King's outfit. The only one that really matters here is Soul King's outfit. And Ryuma's outfit's like Yomi-ish, let's be real. But the only real one that matters is Soul King's outfit, so we'll probably erase some of the other things. Maybe Brooke's normal outfit, which is probably around Magu, we'll see. And like we said, people are trading multiple unobtainables for Mochi. We're going to see if that is still the case. I believe it's still the case because there is so little Mochis on the market. We'll see in today's video. Yomi being roughly around where Ito is. We'll see if that's still the case because it is dropping heavily. Kage was around Tori. I think it's also dropping. And Pa was around Pika or Magu-ish with ads, and I think those are also dropping as well. Now, these are the things that we couldn't find last week, which I also don't think is very expensive. Every trade I've gotten for them, maybe Goro at the most. Goro's been kind of like the base point for a lot of this update's current market values. But yeah, I will see you guys in the second part of the market watch so that we can see what today's update has brought to our values. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the second part. All right, boys, welcome back. Today, I am letting you guys know right now there's some crazy volatility in this market. However, some things have pretty much stagnated at the places in which we thought they were, and some items have actually gone up, and some have gone down. So we're going to see that. Also, at the end, we're going to show you some crazy win trades that we ended up finding, and I think we're going to add this to every single section of the market watch from now on out, where we're going to do a bunch of win trades that we find along the way so that you guys can see some crazy trades that some stupid people are doing. So nonetheless, let's get right into it. Now, candy cane, people want 3 eyes for it, or 2 eyes and unobtainables. Some people will take 1 eye and really good ads. That's pretty much generally what we found. The same thing as last week. I think that's pretty much where candy cane's going to stand. So yeah, let's continue. Moving down, we got flowers for Mochi. I think that's actually a win for the Mochi player, but I mean, whatever. A lot of soul canes and Q-fits for it. A lot of just random ads, like 3 unobtainables, which is something that I would assume to be regular. And then some people are literally adding their entire inventory for flowers. Still a loss, I think, but I think flowers could probably do a little bit better. But this one's probably where flowers is, to be honest. Q-fit, Elo, egg, and Santa hat, something similar to that. But yeah, so that's some of the trades we found for flowers. We found more for flowers, but it just didn't make too much sense. Like you guys just saw here, somebody's doing guitar for flowers. Definitely a bad trade. Now, moving on, you got P-Bag, 2 unobtainables for P-Bag or Mochi for it. A lot of them are trying to get I for P-Bag and ads, etc., etc. Now, something that's weird from last week, we found a lot of trades last week for P-Bag. This week, not so much. It's pretty much like chilled out, relaxed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for the market, but we'll see. Next thing, we found 1 PCC trade, pretty much standard. Also, this one we did for like 4 hours. We did this market watch for like 4 hours, a lot longer than normal. So this is pretty in-depth. We found 2 Santa hat trades. We found more Santa hat trades, but these were the ones that like made sense. Some people were like putting like 3 unobtainables for Santa hat, and it just didn't make sense. Like, for instance, look at this. We have an offer right here, 2 unobtainables for Santa hat, which is probably generally the same. Like you said, oh, would you look at that? So Santa hat, Elo, and ball head, and somebody's offering Elo ball head for it. So there you guys go. The exact trade value offered and suggested. So both cores for Goro. We found more cores for Mara, but I forgot to put them in. But yeah, generally Goro for cores, I think they're actually a little higher. I think it's Goro ads now for cores, because just like I said before, we don't have a dungeon right now to grind, which is kind of very difficult for players to grind out the 4 times low gil weekend. So that's why people are really pushing to ship farm. So that's why cores are going up, but you'll see those going back down later on. Now you have Elo, you have Elf hat again being around, this is the old health at being around Pika Tori-ish, pretty normal. We have Star Shades being around the same thing again. Now these were like huge wins, just trying to get it just for Spare Bag and Zushi. That would have been a really good win if you could flip it and get a Mara. But yeah, these pretty much the same as last week. Trident being around Goro. Goro is like one CB score and one Kraken core is pretty much going for Goro now. So one of the cores for Trident makes a lot of sense. Next is bells. Bells being the item that I thought was, if you guys rewind back to the start of this video, you guys heard that I thought bells was like pretty secure. Bells has kind of dropped right now, or at least maybe not dropped, but is trading for different things now. So people are trying to trade their bells for Soul Cane. People are trying to trade their bells for Kage. Kage is kind of going for the same value as Tori right now, so we're kind of like in that weird mix. So it's kind of generally around Tori, but really, realistically, it's around like Pika ads, something like that. Now, Elo is an interesting one. Obviously, you have the standard Tori, Pika, Magu, but realistically, people are trying to trade their Elos for Soul Cane. But realistically, Soul Cane is Elo ads, so... but yeah, it's probably a little bit less than Soul Cane right now. But again, if the Soul Cane event remains in GPO forever or for an extended period of time, Soul Cane will be seen more, Elo will go back up in price, and Soul Cane will be down in price. Now, JFit, this is something that I was very surprised about. Very, very, very surprised about this time around. Because JFit in general is something that you normally find for like quite often. But the thing is with JFit this time around is JFit, everybody who has JFit's trying to get I for it. So yeah, if you guys want to get JFit, you guys got to get I, unfortunately. QFit is an interesting one. All fruits just like normal plus ads. Or some people are trying to trade their QFits for Soul Cane plus ads. You'll see that a lot. That's why you see a lot of the trades currently are just Soul Cane plus ads. But yeah, that's generally where it's sitting. 1 times all fruits plus big ads, generally. Now, this is actually a pretty good deal if you have Elo and Ballhead. I think so. So just think about it. Now, this is a scam. You see this a lot. Wings for I. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. It's a bad trade. Don't spend $200 USD to trade for wings. That's a dumb idea. Never do that. Next thing that you guys can see is wings have kind of dropped back down to Mara. But realistically, it's still trading at Magu and Pika as well. I just didn't add them because, again, like if we add like 35 screenshots of it, it just doesn't like indicate it makes it so like when we go to other things that we can only get like 3 screenshots of it, like devalues the others when you look through the video. But yeah, it's generally Mara through Pika, like we said before. Lots of people still trying to get just Mara for it, so you guys are still good on that. Next thing is somebody was trading their Cupid wand for hoverboard. Hoverboard is something that's kind of hard to get right now. For some reason, a lot of people aren't trying to trade their hoverboards, so maybe you guys can flip that for something. But Cupid wand and Cupid battle axe are always going to be around the same value. And the thing is, it's a few SPs. Like, it's starting to settle back down, but realistically, if you guys want to talk about fruits, maybe around Ito-ish, I don't know, something like that. Nobody's trading it. Like I'm sure if you ask for it, people will give it away because it's really maybe not for free, but like they'll give it away for some stuff. Next is Jester Scythe. Jester Scythe being around. Generally around, I thought it was dropping, but it's looking pretty standard at like Magu, Pika, or Tori. So it's actually like a misconception that Jester Scythe is actually dropping as much as people are saying it is. So definitely keep a hold of your Jester Scythes. Next thing is Jester Box. Jester Box, a very, very important item. Just kidding, it's actually not a good item at all. I don't know why people are trying to trade this for realistically anything. It's just an item to have that's kind of cool. It has a very low demand, and therefore it's really hard to find trades of it on the trade market. Normally this thing is just added into a trade. So, but yeah, you can see this guy's trying to get an equivalent of like Mara. Mara ads for Jester Box. That's what this is here. Goro plus any lower ads helps equal the next fruit, which is Mara. Zushi being the same thing as Gora, so they're trying to get Mara ads. Now, Jester Hat being around roughly the same, maybe a little bit more than Jester Box, being around Mara or Magu. Somebody trying to get Paw for it. I don't think that's going to happen. Lance being around Mara or Magu again. Last week, people are trading it much more frequently for Pika. I think you can still get Pika for it, but I think it's more likely you're going to get Mara ads or Magu. Mara, on that note, is a very wanted devil fruit right now. I don't know if it's because people in the trading community are dried out of Maras. Like, for instance, you guys just saw bells, right? Somebody's trying to trade bells for Mara ads. Depending on that ads, this is a really good trade, but like, people really, really, really want Mara just because it's such a balanced fruit. Like, you can see this Elo egg guy. It's like, hey, can you add a Mara? You can see this coffin boat guy. Hey, can you add a Mara? A lot of people really want Mara right now. But yeah, Lancer being around that. Hollow Fang is something that's pretty much cemented at the exact same area as Lance, and I think it's destined to be where it's around Mara or Magu, generally around Lance. Now, Ballhead's an interesting one. Ballhead kind of dropped, it feels like, but it's roughly around Tori ads, which is Pico Magu, but also you can get some pretty extravagant trades with Ballhead. Ballhead's a really good trade right now. Ballhead trying to trade for Guitar, which Guitar's Tori as well, so it's Tori Pika here. Like, Tori adds something around there, which is kind of pretty good because I think that's generally holding value, but it's kind of going down a little bit. We'll see. It's weird because there's so many things you can trade for Ballhead with that makes it a hard place to like just place it in, like, this is this value, right? It's not like Lance where you can be like, this is Mara or this is Magu. It's kind of like a little bit more flexible when you guys get to that point. Now, Festival Shield being Mara, that makes sense, generally where it is. I would say it's probably even worth less than that, but people keep trading it at a higher value. Elo Egg being pretty much where it was last week, where it's like a Q-Fit plus ads. I think that's pretty standard, and you guys see that throughout the rest of the stuff here. Now, I didn't find a single Flamingo Boat trade. Watch, if you guys have been watching this whole trade hub on the right side of the screen, you guys will see that maybe you guys will find one as I'm going, but I haven't found one in four hours, so we'll see. Now we have Fruit Journal, which Fruit Journal is weird. A lot of people are trading very low stuff for it, but people who have it are trading very high stuff for it. So again, like I said last week, this item you can make a lot of profit off of. Just make sure you guys are paying attention for it. Now, All Seeing Eye is pretty much the same story as last week, where it's JFit plus ads, or they want JFit ELO plus ads. Now, or they want JFit P-Bag plus ads. You'll see this guy's kind of paying a lot here. He's like, hey, I want JFit P-Bag and flowers for it. P-Bag, flowers, like 2 big unobtainable items for this, maybe plus ads. That's kind of what you're going to get for All Seeing Eye. Sometimes you guys can get way better trades for that because people really, really want All Seeing Eye. Now, Moria Scissors is actually where I thought it was going to be, around roughly Goro. That is where Trident is, and that's generally where Gauntlets is. I think Gauntlets is a little bit less than Goro, though. I think it's probably like around Hiei if we're really talking about this. Now it's Shu Shui, however you say that. Lots of random volatility trades here. Some people want Mara for it. Like I said, Mara is very, very important right now. Lots of people want it. I wouldn't be surprised if Mara tried to go up, but I think that's only like a temporary thing. But yeah, nonetheless, Shusui around like Goro-ish, you'll see. But you can definitely get it for lower. Again, it's hard to find because people put that in trades, or they use it as ads. Now, Brooks Violin, roughly around where Lance is. Now, I don't know if you're going to get Ballhead for it, but probably around where Mara is. I think that's generally okay. Maybe Magu, I don't know, we'll see. Guitar being around Tori, I think, in general. Tori or Tori ads. People with Guitar are really, really hard-pressed on getting their value. I see a lot of people trying to trade their Guitar, and they're trading it for big amounts of stuff. So make sure that if you guys want this item, you guys are definitely trading equivalencies in value. Now, like you can see, Guitar and Soul Cane, I think that's generally where it should be, but we'll see. Next thing is Soul Cane in general. Soul Cane in general, we're talking about we're talking about an item that is very volatile. If you guys seen my past trade video, huge wins just by trading back and forth the same item, back and forth. Now, people have caught on. Sorry guys, who is doing the technique that I was doing. But yeah, Soul Cane is ELO plus ads. That's just general. Like, if you're talking about where it is, it's ELO plus ads. Now, Bat Swarm, people were trying for Mara for it. Bat Swarm's probably less than that. Let's be honest here. Probably less than that. It looks good, but I think it's probably less than that. Maybe around Goro, like I said. Goro's kind of like the standard for like most of this stuff. Like you see here, like the Moria's necklace for the scarf. The scarf for Goro. Like I said, Goro being roughly where a lot of these things are. Now, Soul King's scarf. This item is so valuable, it is ridiculous. It is so valuable because it's Q-Fit's drop rate, but only 3 times a week, or 6 times a week. So that's why it's so expensive. Nonetheless, you guys can get 3, pretty much the, I think it's All-Seeing Eye plus 2 major ads, which is very good. And then next is Soul Cane outfit. Soul Cane outfit kind of deviates, but I would say it's roughly around Tori ads. This guy's trying to get Soul Cane. I don't know if he will. He might, but I'm not sure. Now, Soul King's top hat is roughly around Goro. I would probably agree, but I think it's probably going to go up if this event does not stick around, so make sure you guys hold on to that. Ryuma's outfit, people are trying to trade it for the scarf and the... Which is, again, I think we said around Goro. Yeah, around Goro. So like I said, if you guys don't have an understanding of where things are, just think Goro, and that's generally where it is. Same thing with Brooks' outfit. Somebody was trading their Brooks outfit for Goro. Like I said, Goro's like a very good standard middle ground fruit for values. Now, next is Mochi. Mochi's a weird one because, let's be honest, if you want, like, I tell people all the time, don't do this. Don't trade your All-Seeing Eyes for just Mochi. Don't do it. You're spending $200 pretty much to trade for a fruit that is going to go down eventually in price. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But what do? They do it. So, but Mochi, you can get J-Fit. You can get Backpack with it. You can get All-Seeing Eye with it, obviously. You can get All-Seeing Eye plus ads with it. Like, generally, I think it's All-Seeing Eye plus ads. Like, that's where my mind is. Maybe it's just All-Seeing Eye, but it's generally around there. Just take a look at some of these trades and then pretty much gauge it for yourself. Yomi has dropped, boys. Yomi is lower than Zushi. It's either Zushi or lower. And you know what? It makes sense because it's a lower rarity. But that is where it is right now. You trade 2 SPs for it and you get it. You trade an SP and a Dark Root, you get it. Like, that's been the trade all day. I could have added way more, but that's what I've been seeing. But yeah, moving on here. Oh, would you look at that? Somebody wants, for bats, somebody wants a Zushi. So we could actually go back and put this here for you guys. Bam. Bats. Where is it? Where is it? Look at that. Look at that. They only want Zushi. That's a steal right there, boys. But yeah, anyways, moving on here. Didn't see a lot of Kages. The only Kages that we saw were like trades for Tories and stuff like that. But like, that's generally where we thought it was anyways. But yeah, people are trying to get Kage from the Scythe. I think that might be a win. I'm not exactly sure. Magu plus Yomi for it. We haven't seen very many Kages for something, like I said. The few that we did see, I forgot to put on, but yeah. And last but not least, we saw a Mara for Paw. Paw has been dropping, but it's also been hard to find. So, kind of insane to find right now. But nonetheless, we have one more section of the market watch. All right, some of the crazy trades that we saw. So for J-Hat, Jester Box, and Hollow for Mara. I told you guys Mara is an extremely sought after fruit right now because it's the most balanced fruit in the game. Jester Hat is already Mara. Jester Box is already Mara. Hollow is something, but it's worth at least something. Let's just say Goro, right? Like, you win it. This is such a win trade, and I told chat to get this if they could. Next on the list is Hollow Fang for 2 SPs and a Dark Root. Very, very big win. And lastly, again, another Mara trade, which is Hollow Fang and Scythe for Mara. Super, super, super big wins here. Next time, I'll be doing this for the whole haul, all the way through. I'll make sure that I find some crazy wins. Hopefully, we can fill up like 10 of them as we look. But nonetheless, did you guys enjoy this video? I hope you guys did. I enjoy doing these types of videos. If you guys missed a few items, if I missed a few items, let me know in the comment section below. But thank you guys so very much for supporting me through my entire journey on Twitch and on YouTube. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you. It means the world to me, and I will be back next week with another Market Watch. Have a good day, have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. All right, boys. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube channel, but also come follow us on Twitch. We stream Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. EST every day for about 6 to 12 hours. I'd love to see you there.